And for the last few achievements, we actually have to go to New Game Plus. But I'm not entirely sure what we lose and what we gain. So I backed up my save just in case I lose something I actually need to go back for. Because there's 4 achievements for New Game Plus, and then there's still 1 left that we could do in the normal game. But I kind of want to do that one last. We shall New Game Plus this one. Oh. Okay, I guess we just back it up like this anyway. So never mind. I'm just going to try and blast through this as fast as possible. Because we only have to make it to New Carcinia to get all the achievements.
What were...
Just going to skip that. Just going to skip that. Oh, we're here. There you are. So we also have a new stowaway slot. So I was thinking about putting the bobber on. Oh. Oh yeah, we have to upgrade our stowaway capacity even further. So I guess that will have to wait. And since we lost our oh, we lost the exploration ones. That's okay. We still have the crystals I left off with. That's good. Yep. And then just have to talk to him. And that's the game. No, I can't skip dialogue. I can mash through it. Oh, can't mash through that. But I actually have a little plan to get my revenge. Okay, never mind. Apparently that happens later. Just ignore him. Just ignore everything. So up first we have to get the fork. And then we have to get a shell and defeat Captain Nephiro. And then we have to go see the Duchess. Oh yeah, did I keep my my pearl? I kept it this entire time for this reason. Nope, I lost it. Great. That's 100 microplastics I lost out on. Oh, but oh, it tempts me because it's shiny. I might try and get the stainless relics again, just to upgrade my fork even further. Oh, but this tempts me so, just to pick stuff up. I might as well get the crystals I see, because I do need 100 per thing I'm going to level up. And there's 5 of them, so I need 500 in total. Just ignore everybody. I'm still kind of surprised.
Wait!
Well, I'm surprised about that. That's new. Okay, let's look out for bobbit worms apparently. I was gonna say I was kind of surprised there's no like strong enemy that reappears when you first start the game, because that's like a 50% chance of that happening in Dark Souls games. Then I was thinking like, oh, maybe they could have done like a coconut crab there because they live in the shallows, I think. And then I'm like, oh yeah, there's a horseshoe crab. Like I completely forgot about them. You know how cool they are, just like completely blocked from my mind this entire time. Hi. I need to pick this up. Oh, it's my gold fork. Nice. Okay, just keep on running. Watch out for bobbit worms. Oh yeah, I am gonna need microplastics. Those will come later. Oh, those are new. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, at least we have a save point. I wonder if, like, I don't save this entire time, if I'll just get sent back to the beginning. But I guess there are, like, mandatory saves at some points. Do I have my insurance? Kind of. Can I pick a shell? I would like my helmet. Yeah, I do. Which means I could probably do this thing where I whoops, wrong button. All right, attempt number 2. Well, technically 3 because this didn't work out before. Yeah, there it is. Isn't there supposed to be an achievement for this? Oh yeah, I have to kill a crab with the gun, not just get the gun. But this is how I play New Game Plus, just shoot everything. Alright, here we go. Let's have oh yeah, there's this guy. I think this guy's actually a boss now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't see your type leaving the tide pool too often. Yeah, well, I didn't have a choice. Can you tell me what's going on here? I heard there's like a duchess in charge now. Yep, sure is. Real piece of work. Takes all my hard-earned... Hold on a second. Something about you seems familiar. Huh? This is the first time I'm here. Uh-huh, yeah. Now I'm sure of it. I've seen you before. And something tells me you've been getting on my nerves for a long time now. You never should have come back here, buddy. From now on, you're in a world of pain. Because now he's a boss! What if I shoot you, if I get an opening? Bang! Now you're dead. That's what I thought. Still can't put that on. But I guess that snail counts as a crab for some reason. Ooh, shiny. Please don't be a bobbit worm. Thank you. Alright, now we just have... Well, I do technically have shells, so do I even need to go see Captain Nephiro? Where's the castle? There it is. Oh, there's lobster there. I wonder if the crystals are different too. Excuse me. Might as well just pick up all the moon snail shells too, so we can teleport around if need be. Alright, what do you guys have to say about my gun? Is this acceptable clothing? Am I naked? Oh yeah, I can just go there. But I crave violence. Ah, here we go. We can craft sigils now. And I did look these over, and the only one that actually seems good is this one. And the other ones kind of have some trade-offs. This one's probably the second best, and then the others kind of trail off after that. Especially this one, which, I don't know, not for me. But I'll take this one. And then if I do get more sets of 100, I'll come back for these. But I don't know if I'll actually use any of them. Because I think they work as stowaways. Oh, expensive stowaways. I did not factor that into my plans. Oh well. Onward we go. So now that I finally made it to our next destination, which is kind of the as far as you have to go in New Game Plus, you just want all the achievements, is to upgrade your stowaway capacity even further. But I gotta say, even though I was just blasting through everything, like running and shooting everything with the gun that one-shots everything, I'm really impressed with this New Game Plus. Like, typically in New Game Pluses, it's exactly the same, maybe a few more skills and items, but all the layouts are the same, enemies just hit harder. But in this, the enemy layouts are different, the enemy spawns are different, and the crystals, every area has the same amount of crystals, but they appear in different locations. The crystal enemies are in different locations and are different types of enemies. The items are in different locations, and if they do appear in the same spot, they give different items. So it's like a whole new game, pretty much, which is, I just have to give them props for that. And then I also noticed while shooting, my gun says Squirrel was here, which I think is a reference to a game called Squirrel with a Gun, which, you know, it is what it says on the tin. But let's get this and see how much we can upgrade, because I think you can get 3 more on New Game Plus to go up to 12. Yep. Okay. So now we should have more playroom with that. And then the last thing I wanted to do was check out the museum again, which I'm a little worried about because as I was just, you know, recklessly shooting everyone with my gun, every time I killed a new enemy, it said a new exhibit was added to the museum. So I'm kind of thinking the museum was reset on New Game Plus. But let's just go confirm that real quick. Because if that's true, then my next plan for the last achievement would be probably reset 2, which would be the boss rush at Tempota. Because I'm pretty sure you have to kill the boss first, and then they get added to the gauntlet. Can I just go inside? Yeah. Alright, what's the damage? Everything looks like it's here. Unless they sort of... Oh, yep. Yep, my museum got reset. So I will be right back. Oh, they added a statue of Conch here. I wonder if you have to beat the game for that to happen. Oh, it actually says something. Sir Conch the Fourth, our beloved founder who died doing what he loved, uncovering ruins that should never have been touched by crabkind. Would that we all had the time to learn more about him before his passing. Do you know that he'd been knighted? I certainly didn't. Apparently it's a thing you just apply for in the mail. The statue was created by Scuttleworth the sculptor, in anticipation for Conch's passing. Let's be honest, he was going to kick the bucket one of these days. Godspeed, you brave, beautiful bastard. Oh, that was nice. I think this wing's fully done, or we fully read it before. These guys will look familiar. And these guys I've all read. Here's some new faces. Like, Paragrus? Yeah, Paragrus the Ravenous. Sometimes crabs grow way too big. What society could sustain such a voracious appetite? Was this creature always destined to become a monster? To spend its days wandering the sands between, devouring all that comes across? Or was it our cruelty that drove it out to the fringes in the first place? I don't have the answer, but do try not to become its next snack. We got the big sardines. Oh yeah, there they are. Didn't notice them up there. Dire Trashimi. A sardine that has grown to a prodigious size, no longer fit for domestication. After breeding, they tend to form large groups and can devour entire herds of livestock. This is why you always nurture your pets, I say. This guy? Yeah, hermit crab. Wayward hermit. Hermits were once proud beings of incredible power, but have shown particular vulnerability to the gunk. To see us reduced to prattling highwaymen, hiding in wait just to snatch at the purse strings of travelers. It makes one want to curse this very ocean. You're not going to explain why they look different? I think we read about that guy. And then the bobbit worms. Oh, bobbit worm. There are horrors in this world that most new Carcinians will never know. In the open ocean, a single misplaced step can be the end of everything. Carcinized society is a lie we tell ourselves over and over to gradually forget that we are prey. The swarm is very scary. It is very scary because it jumps out at you surprisingly. So what area should we do next? I think it should be like the sands between. Well, that was the sands between we were just in, so it should be the grove. This looks grovey. Wow, nice use of space. Did we read the Dragoon Duelists? Yeah, we read those. Snap Bandit Marksman. An archer of the Snap Bandits. Citizens of the expired grove who tore their village to shreds after the gunk reached their mines. Now they defend what's left of their area with deadly force. And for what? Polluted crabs forming a clique of this nature is a new development, and one that should be deeply concerning to anyone who values keeping their body arrow-free. I actually know how to pronounce the word clique now after playing Ghostwire Tokyo.
Open office plan complaint. So what, you thought not having any set work areas would improve communication? Because I feel even more alone now. Everyone's off making their little own office critiques.
Clique.
Clues.
Clique.
Clues?
Clique.
Clues?
Clique.
Clues? And I'm left totally alone.
I actually know how to pronounce the word clique now after playing Ghostwire Tokyo.
Evidently not.
Snap Bandit Deadeye. A massive member of the Snap Bandits, capable of firing large bolts at alarming speeds. Poorly armored targets will be torn to shreds on impact. I was confused over why a group of polluted crabs would linger over the shattered community. What is there to defend? I suspect now, much like the polluted platoon, that they were searching for something. A power just out of their reach, that they would throw their lives away to even glimpse. I'm pretty sure that power must be, Praia Dubia. Which I think, if I'm understanding everything correctly, was that she was sending out like little tendrils of herself and polluting the minds of everybody. But I think it may also just be the trash in the ocean that made everyone crazy. I'm not entirely sure about that. We may figure that out in a little bit. Curdled Carbonara Connoisseur. An obsession with cuisine fits his gunk crab well. He now views everything and everyone as a potential meal. If I'm ever to be eaten, I hope I give him the dignity of being well prepared. Some celery salt and paprika would probably go great with these old bones, I say. Did we get the umbrella, guys? Dragoon Bulwark. Surely that umbrella were never meant to weld it this way. With this crab's long eye stalks peaked so perfectly over its shields, you could swear it was born to hold it. I guess I never did notice their eye stalks peek over the shield. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. Hakia, Intimidation Crab. When the gunk began spreading throughout the Enchanted Grove, most assumed it would pass over time. As the ranks of the Snap Bandits swelled, with those who were once neighbors and friends, the remaining villagers believed beyond reason that the Grove's mighty warriors would protect them as always. When the strongest among them turned, when they gazed upon the telltale demon back of their proudest warrior, they fell to their knees and wailed. There could no longer be any doubt. Their way of life was utterly finished. So this guy was the strongest protector? I thought, Depota would have been that. Well, here he is now. Oh, can't look at the seahorses. Gumpounder. When a crab's mind becomes polluted, the tools they use in their daily lives are often the first choice of weapon. The strength used to pound paste-based meals can easily be turned to crush shells of their once comrades. Quite the sticky situation. I think this is a little reference of how they make mochi with hammers, and I guess the gun would be the mochi. Disease lycanthrope. It took weeks of observation to even tell what species this thing is beneath the mass of foul-smelling algae covering its flesh. The gunk alone would not cause such infestation. Perhaps changes in our ocean cause knock-on effects we can't possibly foresee. A sobering thought for sure, and I don't even drink. Oh, the bush guys, I didn't even see them. Ragoon Kelpie. It's difficult to tell whether these moss-covered crabs are associated with the snap bandits, or if they have simply made up a crude disguise to avoid attacking themselves. Either way, they're certainly not on our side. I thought it was just the forks poking out. Like, what are those? Grovekeeper Topoda. The last sane member of the Enchanted Grove, the groundskeeper to the village's martial arts dojo, has become the only one left to pass on the master's knowledge. Can he even be trusted to get the moves right? I suppose his powerful punches enough to shatter bones speak for themselves. So, is the master Haikia, and then his, like, next in line was Topoda? 'Cause I thought Topoda was like the master. Interesting. Wait, is there nothing back there? Yeah, there's nothing back there. So the next should be Flotsam Vale. Next, there's the Unfathom, there's the Bleach City, and then there's Bottom of the Drain, I think? Wolfle Frogfish. I guess they do look like frogs. Have you ever seen a more pathetic sight? This creature ingests gunk with every breath. It spreads across the seabed with every step it takes. A projectile vomits the stuff, as if purposely propagating its pain. Do not spend long amongst these baneful beings. Their existence is a testament to the unceasing creep of the gunk, to our great failure to protect this ocean. It's a little harsh to say this is our failure of society, these guys. I think there are more failures elsewhere. I can't think of any, but they're definitely out there. Glocktail Shrimp. Some ocean creatures are so in tune with their natural adaptations that they begin to manifest seemingly supernatural abilities. These shrimp snap their claws shut with such violent force that a bullet is created from the pressure, killing smaller targets instantly and injuring even powerful assailants. The fashionable hat makes it even worse. I don't know, makes them look stylish. Ceviche Sisters. A familiar gang of train robbers whose bond was so strong that they retain it even after losing their minds to the gunk. They no longer even care to steal, just kill and kill and kill, leaving the loot to the waves, all while cheering and laughing as if on a family vacation. I didn't see any trains throughout our adventure, or train tracks, so I wonder why they're train robbers. Scuttling Sludge Steamroller. Roland needed a huge amount of laborers to make his many construction projects a reality throughout the open ocean. When the work finished, many were stiffed on their pay and cast aside, some bearing injuries from the effort involved. Those bearing some sort of deep resentment seemed to become more fearsome after losing their minds to the gunk, with a lowercase g. Might be a little error there. The Consortium. A ghastly amalgamation of creatures, imprisoned together in such close proximity that they lose all sense of self and begin to act as one entity. How barbaric were civilizations in the past, that they saw this as an acceptable form of punishment. I don't even want to know what it smells like in there. Probably like delicious crab meat. It is strange that you don't get to see the full Consortium, just a little arm. Scuttleport. Ragoon Hole Wreckers. A laborer of Shellfish Corp, tasked with salvaging and breaking apart trash from the seabed into usable chunks. Even after having their minds polluted, many retain their posts idly drilling away. Yeah, you do see them doing that. Uh-oh, they're in for a bad time. Boxhead. A crab that has become so obsessed with the packages it transports for a living that it has begun to resemble one itself. The male crabs of this species often carry their wives around, out of fear of them being stolen away. I don't know how true that is. I'll have to fact check that. Stun Pounder. While most of Shellfish Corp's original employees hail from New Carcinia, more recent hiring waves have extended to the surrounding villages. These leggy crabs from the Enchanted Grove have proven themselves more than effective as security and loss prevention, when granted the proper equipment. I wonder if these guys are the same species as the gum guys. Roland, venture capitalist. The CEO of Shellfish Corp himself, and the richest crustacean in the ocean. After the tragic death of New Carcinia's previous mayor, Roland nobly stepped in to fill the role and maintain order until special election could be called. It should only be another 10 or 20 tides before things are back to normal. Voltai, the accumulator. The noble electric eel has the rare ability to... Wait a second, this isn't an electric eel at all. Are those electrical ports on the side? Surgically implanted? What kind of sick shuck? I need to lie down for a minute. Could someone bring me some water? Oh, we really didn't get much information on her. But yeah, that's not an electric eel because those are freshwater. Nothing else back there? Okay, just have to double check. And then next we traveled to the Unfathom, which I think was up here and to the right. Yeah. Danglerfish. Dreadful things dwell down deep beneath the waves. These creatures tempt us with our basest instincts and devour us with no hesitation when we submit. How can one resist the urge to pick a shiny thing off the ground? To survive in this place beyond Cod's eyes takes fortitude beyond measure. Petrosh, the false moon. A hermit of prodigious size, the likes of which I've never seen, and surely just as ancient. Moon snail shells offer respite to many ocean travelers, but to claim one as one's property is a sacrilegious act of the highest order. Our religious symbols are as shallow to these abyssal dwellers as in hollow shell. I think there's a little typo there. Abyssal hypnotist. A mollusk of unknown origin whose unique ability to alter the color of its flesh enables it to draw arcane runes directly onto its body, manifesting all sorts of clamorous effects. One of many species banished from their homelands by a god king who feared the ocean's magic. Oh, so they come from the old Carcinia. Swarmite. A small crustacean that dwells near hydrothermic vents deep within the drain. It is hypothesized that the bacteria that dwell nearby provides nutrients to them. They are not typically carnivorous, so we can only assume that the gunk's influence has reached to the very bottom of this ocean. Okay, so I guess the, well, two things. I guess the gunk is not from Praia Dubia, just the trash in general, and that I think these are Yeti crabs, but they don't look like Yeti crabs, or a similar species to Yeti crab, because they do that thing too. Glashimi. There are as many different fish in the sea as there are stars in the sky, probably. This primal creature lives only to feed, and need no gunk to make it a fearsome enemy. Their skin appears nearly transparent against the inky backdrop of the drain, leading many to believe they are made of glass themselves. Interesting. Oh, Inkerton. Inkerton, crab hunter. Inkerton spent his life keeping close proximity to the wealth and power at any cost. From a young age, he felt he understood a powerful truth, that lacking money is the only crime this world respects. Lying, stealing, or killing may all be excused, as long as one is never poor. Therefore, there is no action too wicked to take, no villain he would not lie himself with, as it would save him from returning to poverty, the only punishment he truly feared. That's a lot of backstory, too. Is this the big crab? Yep. Ambassador. So massive is the wellspring of abyssal magic that it bursts forth from its eyes in a nightmare's blast. Some say attunement to the ocean's energy is raised by one's natural emotions. How deep must the pain of this creature's heart be, to grant it the power to silence all those within its vision? I don't know, but he's pretty cool. I did really like that part. Yeah, that's everybody. And then we had the Bleach City. Ragoon Revenant. I remember my first molt. These ancient crabs, kept alive beyond their natural lifespans, have gone so long without shedding their shells that their flesh bulging within causes them constant pain. But removing it by force seems to drive them mad with rage, having grown so used to its suffocating presence. Perhaps these lost creatures could only be redeemed by death. Interesting, use of hostility. Seahorse Scour Caster. As Carcinia's tyrant king lost his grip on reality, he became obsessed with the ritual of scouring anyone who spoke against the crown. So much so that his royal guard often partook of the substance themselves, making their bodies a toxic weapon. They lay waste to the king's enemy, even as their organs were eaten away from the inside. It's pretty interesting. So it's not the gunk who made these guys crazy, but the like bleaching and cleaning products. Scoured Celebrant. The celebrants of Carcinia witnessed so many trials of sorcerers that the noxious chemicals used in their execution gradually seeped into their very flesh. The one who orders death of another can easily be called a villain, but how to judge those who stand idly by, observing without comment? So these guys just kind of watched everything happen. Bleached Bombardier. Inigo Kingdom needs rangers guarding its walls. Not content to rely on conventional slings and catapults, the city of Carcinia turned to diabolical chemical warfare. Any who approaches its great walls are pelted with a corrosive substance from beyond the waves that melts away skin and shells alike, a task given to only the kingdom's most sadistic residents. And then these guys. Carcinian Holy Knight. The stronger one's grip on power, the fastest distance sprouts from the cracks between one's fingers. As conflict within the city reached a fevering pitch, a small group of devoted soldiers was assembled, making use of the very sorcery the king so despised, to expunge old blasphemy from their very walls once and for all. A lot of good backstories. Because it's like everyone went insane from either the gunk, the scour, which would be like bleach, or Praia Dubia. But then some were just went insane from like just constant agony. Comes Tasha, the Bleached King. The king existed before his kingdom. If you believe his priests, he existed before anything. Such a concept was completely at odds with the hermit sorcerers, who believed in magic older than life itself. There could be no power in this world beyond the king's grasp. If it existed, he must crush it utterly and prove its insignificance. Surprised you don't get to read both his shell and unshelled form. But I think he's a king crab, which, makes sense, but I don't know like how long they live, like if they like have some form of immortality. Because I think just like the generic lobster are technically immortal, but they died to like prey or predators or disease before they actually like can use their immortality. And just you left? Praia Dubia, the ocean's agony. How to write about the creature who took up her loved curator's life. Can such a thing, a writhing mass of pain, itself, even be called an animal? Can any of us escape this hateful spiral? Or will our souls, once devoid of bodies, inevitably drift down to join that chorus of screams? An explorer gives shape to the unknown, but to brush against the truly unknowable is another task entirely. Our curator gave up everything in such an act. Should I be faced with such an opportunity one day, I hope I have the guts to do the same. Could there be any greater thrill? Tortellini, museum curator. Kind of makes it sound like Conch like went down with a fight instead of got stabbed in the back. But I think that's the whole museum. I don't think there's like Firth in here as the final boss, or like the world itself. But oh yeah, I think I looked that up. Praia Dubia is like not a jellyfish, which is what I thought she was. She's actually something called a symphonospore, and I think that's like microorganisms that make up a colony that function so well together that they act like cells in a larger animal. So that's both considered like the world's largest animal and like, no, not really a large animal because microorganisms. But I think I'm going to continue on my normal save for my next thing, the boss rushes, because I suspect that in New Game Plus those get reset until you fight the bosses. But we will go there next time.